Gong Li plays a woman who moves money and launders money. And we were fortunate enough to be able to make available an extremely high-level guy who, when he was in federal law enforcement, had run a money laundering scam on Pablo Escobar's organization. And the work he did was part of the evidence with which we indicted Noriega.
Amazing, he was about to get married. It was part of his story. And so he called up all the guys that he wanted to arrest, and he said to them, I'm having a bachelor party at this place at this time. And they all came along. And they herded them all into the place where the bachelor party was taking place, and they arrested them all.
The wedding invitation read, we invite you to be with us as we begin our new life together. But it was really an invitation to jail for 85 people, several of them executives with an international bank and holding company.
The trafficking organizations, the big ones, run their businesses in smart, sophisticated ways, and they buy the best they can get in terms of their security, their counter-intel, their signal interception.
They're jamming the phones.
This is the type of stuff CIA does.
Yeah, what's it doing on a dope deal?
The Medellin cartel, their gross receipts were roughly $160 million a month. That can buy a lot of tech support, a lot of lawyers, a lot of private investigators, and it does.
It's not about one commodity, cocaine, in one geographical location, Colombia. That's yesterday's newspaper.
Montoya is the new news, globalized.
It's about globalized forms of trafficking.
Colombian coke and H, arms from the Ukraine, E from Holland, pirated software from China into Brazil.
If you're dealing in major narcotics anywhere in the country, you're often dealing with men that act as businessmen.
These people, if they were born in any other situation, would run Fortune 500 companies. They would be the heads of states. They would be governors, lawyers, but they just happen to be in this.
Excuse me, because I am very busy and have many things to do, so this will be brief, yes?
From the Medellin cartel, they had some brilliant, highly educated individuals at the upper echelons of command and control.
You know, I've gone to in these meetings, like, you're sitting in an incredible, luxurious hotel, spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a drink tab, you know, eating the best foods, driving in the best cars, and then you leave and you get in your, you know, your Lumina or your, you know, your 1973 Volkswagen, have to kickstart, and you're thinking, man, I just left, you know, I just went from a king to nothing, but that's it. It's what it is.
And in the last case that I worked, my partner ultimately did get drawn to the other side and wound up compromising my identity, which could have had a very, very bad outcome in it. But ultimately, we were able to piece that all together, and he wound up serving an 11-year prison sentence.
At the end of the day, it has to be your personal moral beliefs and your character that prevent you from crossing over.
There's nothing in this world, there's no monetary amount out there that's going to make me compromise and hurt my family.
You know, there is a temptation, but the day you think that way is the day you have to walk away from the truth.
You know, they were living on the edge. I mean, they were living on the edge. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 takes.
Colin.
I mean, they get one shot, you know, and the downside of a bad take for them isn't a shift in direction or mood for the scene. It's a bullet in the head.
Cut. What's the one? You told me you were drowning.
Why do people do this undercover work? What's the draw? Why do they put themselves at such risk?
I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know.
There's a high. There's an elevated experience. And that's what really motivates them. It's that moment when you know that they believe you 100%, that you have got them, that you have put over this fabricated identity, this fabricated scenario, and you're living it, and you're feeling it, and they're buying it.
I can feel it coming.